Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm Erin, and for today's video we are going to be talking about whether Annabelle, that's right, the famous doll Annabelle, has escaped from the Warren's Occult Museum or not. So if you don't know who Annabelle is a very evil doll. You may have seen her looking like this in the movies, when in fact this is actually what Annabelle looks like. Now, did they make the doll look scarier in the movies? Absolutely. But this Raggedy Ann doll is equally as creepy to me, just because of her whole background. I will eventually be doing a whole video just on Annabelle herself, but I just really want to focus on this topic right now because this has kind of been milling around the internet for the past couple of days. Annabelle is housed in the Warren's Occult Museum. If you don't know who the Warrens are, they are some famous paranormal investigators. They have both since passed away, but their son-in-law, Tony Spera, or Spera, I'm honestly not sure how you pronounce his last name, has taken over the museum and is taking over things for them. Now, as of late, I have seen tweets, Facebook posts, just a whole bunch of social media posts about Annabelle escaping, and I'll pop in a few here. So of course, being the year 2020 and seemingly being a cursed year, it would be really fitting if Annabelle had escaped from her enclosure and was out roaming about. Obviously, it would just tick off one more box for this year. But the real question is, did Annabelle actually escape? So I am going to give the short answer now, but I'm also going to talk about how I think this rumor came about. So, did Annabelle actually escape? No. Once this rumor started flying about social media, Tony actually made a video on YouTube. I will have it linked down below if you want to check it out, explaining that no, Annabelle has not escaped. She is safely in her enclosure in Connecticut in the Warren's Occult Museum. Now, where did this rumor come from? My theory is this rumor sprang from some paranormal drama that popped up a couple weeks ago. Now, I'm sure many of you have watched Ghost Adventures with Zach Bagans and his crew, and lately they've been doing what's called Screaming Room, which is where they are reviewing their investigations that they've had in Zach's movie theater that's in his house. Around the end of July 30th, I think it was, they did the Screaming Room edition of when Annabelle came to Zach's museum. So I'm going to premise this by saying I do enjoy Ghost Adventures, and I do enjoy Zach and his crew. So don't come after me if you're a fan of the show, because I am too. However, I think that this got a little out of hand, so to speak. So Screaming Room was on the 30th, and then the next day on the 31st, Zach took to social media to talk about Annabelle and to talk about Tony. I will post the picture here of this lengthy post. I will try to link it down below, but Facebook posts sometimes are tricky to link. If you want to find it, it's from July 31st at 3:06 p.m. on Zach's official Facebook page. It's not just a tweet because this is very lengthy and wouldn't fit in a tweet, and I don't think he wanted to make a thread. He did, however, link it on Twitter. And essentially, the short version of this is that Zach is not happy with Tony and the things that Tony is saying about himself and the crew. He pretty much said that he doesn't tend to get into social media conflicts, but that he felt that he needed to say something about this because there was bad blood originally when the original episode had aired about Annabelle. Just the way that Tony had been acting and such. So again, the shorthand version of this is that Zach was very upset with the way that Tony was acting. He was upset with how he stormed off after Zach had touched Annabelle. Zach feels that he was clearly under some sort of, I don't want to say possession because that's not what I mean. He was being affected by Annabelle, and that he feels that Annabelle drew him in to touch Annabelle, and that Tony should have realized that given Annabelle's whole backstory and her powers and what have you. He feels that Tony only cares about money and the fame that he is getting from the Warrens, which I'm gonna go back and touch on that in just a second, and that he didn't really give a crap about Zach's well-being. He pretty much just wanted to collect a check and leave, and Zach touching the doll was his excuse to do that. That's my shortened version. Highly recommend you go actually read the entire post. Zach goes on to bash Tony a little bit more in said post, pretty much saying, you know, you came and you said that this doll has all these powers, yet you're moving her around with oven mitts, even though somebody who supposedly talked to her was injured after taunting her. What are oven mitts gonna do? Why would you even touch the doll? Why would you even bring the doll? And then, like I said, he goes on to talk about money and how Tony apparently demanded to be flown first class with Annabelle, and also wanted a check for Annabelle appearing on the show. So to further add to said drama, Jason Hawes also posted a shorter post that pretty much called Tony out on Tony's ego. I'll post that here. Further adding to the drama. Now, I gotta say, I don't personally know Tony. I've never met him. I've never encountered the man. I do have a friend who is part of a paranormal investigation team up in New York, and she has had the pleasure of sitting in on a meeting. He came to their monthly meeting and he spoke to them, and she had nothing but good things to say about him to me. I know other people on YouTube and such have met with Tony when some various movies came out, and they seem to have a good experience with him. Personally, to me, this whole drama between Zach and Tony and Jason chipping in is just, I don't know, I just think it's stupid. I understand where Zach is coming from, but at the same time, he sits there and he talks about Tony needing first class tickets and blah blah blah, and that it's all about the money for him. Like I said, I love Ghost Adventures. I get it. If you can make money doing what you love, that's awesome. But don't sit there and say something about somebody wanting money when, if the shoe was on the other foot and Zach was being carted someplace, if he still flew, don't you think he would want first class tickets? I mean, this is just the stuff that bothers me in the whole paranormal community, is when we go tit for tat over money and what have you. Like I said, if you can make money doing what you love, awesome. If I could have a full-time job doing paranormal investigations and being on TV, would I turn it down? No, I'd do it. That'd be awesome. But at the same time, you kind of have to tone it down a little. I get that doing these investigations is now Zach's life, but at the same time, he's also making money off of it. So don't sit there and shoot your shot about somebody just trying to make money off of something when you're also making money off of something. I think it's kind of the same thing. I don't think that Tony is solely into what he's doing to sheerly make money. Are they making money off of these movies and stuff that are coming out about the Warrens? Absolutely. But you know what? That's their prerogative. That's their business. If that's how they want to make money, that's how they're going to make money. Do I think that Tony probably said some things he shouldn't have? Sure. But I think it's going both ways on this. Now, to get back to why I think this sprung to the whole Annabelle Escape thing. If you watch the Screaming Room episode, Zach talks about how he felt that whatever was inside of Annabelle came out of Annabelle and maybe sticking around the museum. And I think that tied in with the drama that arose afterwards, as well as it being this lovely year of 2020, just made somebody go, let me start this rumor that Annabelle has escaped. I mean, it's kind of the perfect storm, right? So I think a combination of all those things is where this whole rumor about Annabelle escaping came from. So yeah, I normally don't come on here and preach about paranormal drama, but there definitely was some with this, and it was a recent thing, and I wanted to talk about it just because I had my opinions, and I'm sure you guys do as well. What do you guys think of this whole thing? What do you think of the drama between Zach and Tony and other people calling out Tony? Have you had an experience with Tony? Have you had an experience with Zach or Jason? I mean, I just feel like this is a situation where these guys are up at the top when it comes to this community, and I feel like there's just some button of heads because they're kind of high up there. And I mean, a lot of times everybody thinks they're right, and I don't think that that's necessarily the case. It's one of those things where it's like, hey, there's 3 sides to every story to me. You know, what one person says, what the other person says, and whatever the truth is. So, yeah. That was my roundabout way of saying, I think that that's where this whole rumor of Annabelle escaping came from. But that is it for this video, guys. If you liked it, please give me a big old thumbs up. If you haven't yet subscribed to my channel but you like my videos, make sure you hit that subscribe button down below, and I will catch you guys in my next video. Bye!